Shaka Ilembe, episode 13, finally hit us. Yesterday was the last Sunday, the 13th Sunday, and we saw the season finale of Shaka Ilembe. Shaka's story in terms of his relationship with his father and his coming of age has finally come to the close with the end of season 1. And oh my god, what a phenomenal, spectacular, amazing production. Before I continue with my gushing and reaction to the last episode and overall how I felt about the show, let me start off by introducing myself. I am Lungile. Thank you so much for clicking on my video. Please make sure that you like, subscribe, and share. I am still trying to grow this struggling channel, child. The struggle is real and the subscriber count. So, yes, where do I even start? Number one, thank you so much, Bomb Production. Thank you so much to the cast, the crew, everybody involved, the researchers, the scouts, locators, or whatever they are called. Everybody knew what they were doing. Everybody came through. The show was amazing. I mean, in terms of look and feel and the emotions that was able to elicit in us as the audience, y'all did such an amazing job. As such, we are freaking excited about the fact that there will be a season 2 and can't wait for season 2. But please don't keep us waiting for too long. We want to get into it while our blood are still hot and while we can still remember what happened and who did what on season 1. Okay, and talking about the ending of season 1, whose idea was it to give us that Marvel moment, that cliffhanger? We're thinking the show is over. Shaka Zulu is now in there with his people to take over his rightful position as the ancestors did decree that Shaka will rule. You know, we're thinking it's over. Credits go up. Boom. They give us another scene, a bonus scene, a cliffhanger scene for us to be prepared for what is coming on season 2. Not Dingiswayo's son, child, not Dingiswayo's son turning into a traitor and taking his ass to the Zwida clan to go there and be a snitch. He knows very well that he knows everything. Okay, he knows that the North being Zwida clan, Zwida's clan. I mean, they are the Ndwandwe clan under Zwida. I think that's how you say it, but I'll call them Zwida clan. There we go. He knows, Dingiswayo's son knows that Zwida's clan wants to take over the South. Zwida wants to divide and rule. He wants to take over everybody. And this boy knows that his father wants to unite the South, okay? And he wants to work hand in hand with Shaka to unite the South. The South of what of them follows the river. I think that's the river they keep talking about. So it's all about north of this river and south of this river. Okay, and boy knows all their secrets, all their strategies, all their weaknesses, all their strengths, and he's taking all that information to Zwide. Boy, why? Jealousy. Jealousy makes you nasty, but jealousy clearly makes you stupid as well, because hello, Shaka has left Dingiswayo's clan. Shaka is left to go to his people, to rule his people. Shaka is now a powerful ally to Dingiswayo's clan, meaning Shaka is a powerful ally to this boy. When when Dingiswayo kicks the bucket, this boy becomes king. He already has a strong ally in Shaka and all the other allies that his father has created. Jealousy makes you nasty. Jealousy makes you stupid as well, because I don't see what this boy is going to achieve in snitching his daddy and Shaka to Zwide. But anyways, I can already tell that season 2 is going to be very upsetting to me. I'm going to be upset. I'm going to be in my feelings. And also I did research to try and figure out who's Zwide, because, oh my god, I was captivated by the character of Zwide. Like, not me finding out that Zwide kills one of my faves. In real life, in history, there was a war, and Zwide killed one of my faves. I am going to be so tense on season 2. You have no idea. Okay. Another thing that I liked in terms of production was the storyline. I was really, really worried and concerned about the pacing. You know, the show started before Shaka was even conceived, before his parents even met. I'm like, how are they gonna squash everything? This boy being conceived, being born, the turmoil, his parents falling off, him going from this clan to that clan, and him being grown and taking over in just 13 episodes. But I think they were able to achieve it. And I think integrating Dingiswayo's story, they worked in their favor. Brilliant minds are behind the show, clearly. And I must say though, I would have called this Shaka and Dingiswayo because majority of the first half of this production, it was Dingiswayo's story. I'm sorry. Yes, Tembigosin Tembu is his name. Kudos to him. He delivered a performance of a lifetime. Okay, like I watched this man on a couple of shows. Of course, he always embodies the character. But wow, what he did to Dingiswayo was amazing. He always managed to have chemistry with everybody that he was on a scene with, okay? And I don't mean just in terms of him and Baleka and their chemistry, just everybody. He just fit. Perfect skill. Kudos to everybody. There was nobody that I found lacking. The cast was so rich. Big names, talented names, some new names here and there. Everybody did what needed to be done, and I'm happy for it. I was happy with the story and the pacing. Perfect. Another thing that I loved about Shaka Ilembe was how it managed to hold a mirror to us in terms of the social issues the society faces and also within the family. So it's like human struggle is never going to change, man. We're still going to be just having the same problems over and over again. Each and every generation is going to be faced with the same problems, okay? One problem that I've spoken of at length in terms of the storylines on Shaka Ilembe is fatherhood. Fathers just deciding they're not gonna be a father to that child. Hello, Senzanga Kona did the things in the 1700s. Nowadays, 2023, we still have the same problems. Many fathers in our great Zulu nation are deciding, nah. Actually, many fathers worldwide are just deciding, nah. I don't want to father that child. I could father those. I could be a parent to those. I don't want to be a parent to him. Then I don't like his moms. Ugh. Sucks, okay? Parents need to learn to come together, form a friendship once they've separated, form a friendship and keep the child paramount, okay? The best interest of the child is what parents must focus on and not their little squabbles, okay? And Senzanga was always portrayed to be in his feelings over Nandi's life and the trajectory it was taking without him. He was just mad. Why? When y'all are no longer together, what is the woman supposed to do? Okay, you let her go with 2 kids, your 2 kids, you know? So that was that issue. Another issue was sibling rivalry. We saw that with Dingiswayo, Mawewe. Oh my God, Mawewe did his brothers dirty. I mean, according to the show, he was bewitched by you know who. But that spell, did it never wear off? Did the spell never wear off? Like even years later, Mawa still hated his brother for absolutely no reason. Another problem, of course, Umabuya Mendweni, a returned soldier, okay, failing in marriage and coming back home because marriage just wasn't it, hey? That stigma that Nandi carried, especially as portrayed by her brother, a lot of women still face that nowadays. But in terms of that one, I do think that it is changing in a major way. A lot of families are ready to welcome their daughters back if the reasons are pretty valid as to why it wasn't working over there. And even if they are not, you know, families are ready to welcome their daughters back. So I'm happy that at least that part of a social issue is changing. Last that I want to touch on Where's this patriarchy coming from? Shaka Ilembe, if you look at it properly, is very matriarchal. Look at Mkabayi, look at Zwide's mother, Untombazi, at the power she wielded. Look at Mkabayi's power. Look at Nandi and the role she played in Shaka's life, molding him, motivating him. I mean, look at the other wives there in the Ndwandwe clan. Look at the important role that they played, just being main players without men influencing them in the decisions that they were making. Why is the society then so patriarchal if even in the 1700s women were such leaders, women were such move makers? How come? How is like, why are we still glorifying men, putting man on a pedestal and acting like the man is the this, da. I'm not saying there's a problem with that, but I'm like, where does that come from? Because it seems our people have always been matriarchal. So why is the society patriarchal? I wonder. It's not a question I'm gonna answer today. I was just raising up certain social issues highlighted by the show, and I loved it, and I'm here for it, and I can't wait for season 2. Thank you so much for clicking on my video. Subscribe. Peace.